It's Friday night. The kids are finally in bed. So you know what that means? Time to go check on the animals. Come along with me. Let's go check on the chickens first. What's up, little ladies? Man, that's getting stinky. Man, that's really starting to stink in that coop. I'm probably going to have to change the bedding pretty soon. Tonight, I'm not going to totally change out the bedding. I'm just going to turn it over with the shovel to cut down on the smell a little bit. I'll change all the bedding some other time. When you overturn the bedding, what it does is it just essentially helps it decompose even more. The bedding I use is just pine shavings. And so what we have here is a really good layer of insulation. You can see here how tall it is off the floor of the chicken coop. And what that does is it just helps provide more warmth and provides insulation for the chickens as they hang out here in the winter. Now, we got to get more food and we got to get more water for them. Have this water setup is it's a 7-gallon waterer, so it holds 7 gallons. It's on a heater. That gray thing on the bottom is a plate heater that keeps the bottom warm. What I found out is in this coop, when it gets to about 9 degrees outside, that's when that plate heater doesn't work anymore, and it actually, the water will freeze up in there. Anything above 9 degrees, 10 degrees or more, and we'll have not fresh, but we'll have good water for the chickens. Here's where I hang the food, and we got to go get more feed for these chickens. I'm running low on feed here. This is what I give my chickens. I keep them in these big plastic bins in the garage, and then I load them up into this feeder and hang this feeder from the ceiling of the coop. We'll be able to put this back in for the chickens for the night. We'll get these chickens set up with food for the night. Now, when I kept this feed container on the ground, the mice would always jump in it. So what I've started to do is hang it from this rope up here so it's elevated off the ground. And I haven't seen any mice in or around this feed as much. I mean, one time I literally found a mouse inside this plastic, white part. It literally crawled in the bottom and up through it. And it was just having a good old time at the old country buffet in there. Not anymore. Not since I'm hanging it in the air. We just have finished up the chicken chores for the night. Now it's time to go check on the cats. This barn door has been freezing a ton this winter. Should we see if it's frozen? Oh, I'm guessing this is going to be frozen. There's literally water everywhere over here. Oh yeah, that ain't budging. That's how the barn door opens, literally solid ice. So now we got to go to plan B. Welcome to plan B. Hopefully I can fit through this door. All right, here we go. Found a cat. All right, looks like I'm trying to fit through that crack. Here we go. All right, I got to go in here and check on their food and water. There's a boat in the way. Let's go spelunking. Here's that door that was stuck. I'm going to try to give it a good old yank to see if it opens. Yeah, that ain't budging. No way. Here's the feed for the chickens, so I got to grab those and bring them back so I can fill up that bin again. What up, little lady? What are the chances I can throw these feed bags through that little gap right there in the outside? 50 pounds? I think I can do it. Man, that cat's kind of needy right now. Oh, goodness. Chillax there, my friend, chillax. All right, I'm going to go for it. I don't know if you can tell, but the reason I'm doing this is because it's what I'm dealing with right now in this barn. Got to get through that skinny little crack. And I'm not a skinny little man, so throwing objects it is. Nailed it. So at this point, the chickens are fed and watered, the cats are fed and watered and have new litter. We filled up the storage bins with new feed for the chickens. I even grabbed the mail. That brings us to a wrap. Thanks for joining for Chores on this Friday night. For the record, I hope your Friday night is a little bit more exciting.